Samsung finally had their Unpacked event. They revealed all the products that have already leaked, but they dropped some surprises. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. So Samsung had their Unpacked event today. I did a live stream for the event in which they pretty much went over all the products that we already knew were going to come out. Everywhere from the Galaxy Watch 4 to the Galaxy Earbuds 2. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick recap of what was announced with all the information that you need to get these devices if you're interested in getting the devices. And I'm going to start with the Galaxy Watch 4. So let's get going. So let's start with what has changed on the watches. So this is the watch that is going to have the new Wear OS and Samsung UI combination. This is also going to support ECG. It's the same type of ECG that you had on the previous watches, but Samsung said that they have tweaked the algorithm so it'll work faster and better than before, because of course that's what you do with a new device. They also said that the new heart rate sensor in the watch is going to be more accurate and better than before. And I really hope that that's the case, because that's been an issue with Galaxy watches, that the heart rate sensor wasn't as accurate as it should be. And sometimes it will miscount your beats, or sometimes it will stop counting beats for periods of time. So let's hope that that is something that is going to improve with the new algorithm that they have come up with. The new thing with the watch is the BIA sensor, and this is supposed to try to determine your body composition metrics, including your skeletal muscle, your basal metabolic rate, so your BMR, water retention, and body fat percentage, to get proper readings of you physically and in a health way, right? When you're running, you want to be able to have all that information. So it's supposed to give you a more accurate reading of calories burned and all those things by taking all these things into consideration. The Galaxy watches will be available to purchase in August 27th. And for the Samsung Galaxy Watch, the regular Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 is going to be $249.99, so $250, which is cheaper than Apple's watch. And then for the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, you're going to shell out $350. The Galaxy Watch 4 Classic will retain the wheel, and it looks like you'll be able to navigate everything with the wheel like you could do in older Galaxy watches. The Galaxy Watch 4, the non-classic one, I guess, is as I'm going to refer to it, does not have the wheel, but you can actually swipe around the bezel as if you had a wheel, and it's touch sensitive, so you'll be able to move between screens that way, kind of retaining the way you can control the watch by using the circular motion if you're used to doing that. Now let's move on to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is a phone that there's been a lot of speculation about. It has leaked everywhere, so we have pretty much all the information about the phone. If you're not aware of any of it, I'm still going to recap some of it, so this might be some repetitive information. So that Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 is going to have the outside screen that is going to work, is going to make it look like a regular phone. And when you open the phone and you have your interior screen, once the phone is unfolded, you'll notice that there is no selfie camera, or so you will think. They have actually gone ahead and hidden that pinhole camera under the display. So now you have an under display selfie camera, where you technically won't be able to tell that there's a camera there until you actually decide to activate the camera for use. So you won't have to be distracted with that little lens staring at you all the time when you have the phone open. Now, the other display for the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is going to be 6.2 inches, and once you open the phone, it's going to be 7.6 inches, and of course, that's corner to corner. The other thing that is new on the phone is that they made the phone water resistant. So the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is going to get an IPX8 rating, unlike the other previous phones which were allergic to water. How did they do this? Is they worked on the hinge in order to make it water resistant, because the biggest issue you will have is getting water in the hinge. And so what they did is they sealed those areas with rubber, and they put a coating so the hinge won't rust. And so this is going to make it so your phone is water resistant. Now, I wouldn't go dunking your phone in the pool, but hey, if it gets splashed, it'll survive. Now, the biggest improvement that I will say they made was for the Galaxy Z Flip 3. The Galaxy Z Flip 3, once it's open, is going to measure 6.7 inches. The other big change that they made is that the little screen on the outside is going to be bigger, and it's going to be more useful than ever before. You're going to be able to take pictures using the back camera with the phone closed. They call it flex mode. And you're actually going to be able to use that screen that you have there for notifications as a viewfinder when you're using your camera. So if you have the camera closed and you're using your back, technically what the back camera is, you're going to be able to take pictures of yourself by looking at the little window. The one thing that I don't understand why Samsung hasn't done yet is why haven't they made that screen, that side of the phone, more of a screen? So my thinking is, if you're going that way and you're trying to make this outside screen more useful, why not make it a little bigger? Just have it take that whole space in the back of that camera and in the back of that phone there, and have give people the ability to reply to messages, or as you're doing, taking pictures and doing small little tasks that could be completed in a small screen like that. The thing that hasn't changed with the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is the punch hole selfie camera. So that selfie camera is still there, still visible. For some reason, they decided not to give it that treatment that they did with the Galaxy Z Fold 3, where they're going to hide the camera under the display. So you'll have that camera always staring at you when you have the phone open. Now, the thing that was most surprising to me was the pricing. And Samsung has said that they were going to aggressively price their devices because they want people to adopt foldable devices. But I didn't expect this. Now, the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is going to be available August 27th. You can pre-order it now, and it's going to be $1,000, $999. So $1,000 for a flip phone. That is pretty cheap compared to other phones. And it isn't going to be a horrible phone spec-wise either. It's going to be a really good phone. And so this, if you're looking for a foldable phone, this will be your entry-level phone. Now, if you're looking for the Galaxy Z Fold 3, that's going to be $1,800, which is still cheaper than previous versions of the phone. Oh, and I almost forgot, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 did get S Pen support, and the way they did that is they remade the S Pen with a rubber tip so you won't damage the screen, and also has a spring inside of it, so every time you press on it, the phone can tell you're putting pressure on the screen. So they got around to not damaging the screen that way, and I think it's a pretty ingenious way. And lastly, we have the Galaxy Buds 2. Galaxy Buds 2 is a pair of headphones, as the name says it, or earphones. Sorry, not headphones. So earphones that have active noise canceling. They can be recognized immediately by your phone and your watch if you have it, so you can control certain features of the earbuds via your phone or your watch, making it easier to use. The Galaxy Buds 2 will be available for $150. I think that's a little too much for the headphones. I think they should stick to the pricing of $100 to $130 to make it more appealing. But $150, if you're interested in these earbuds, they will be available on the same date as everything else. So that's a quick recap of everything that was announced at Samsung's Unpacked event. Now, my few takes on it. I am not impressed with the Galaxy Buds at all. I don't really have opinions about that. The Galaxy Watch actually looks like a big improvement over previous watches. Of course, we'll have to see reviews to see how that stacks up in real world use and if it is an actual improvement over previous versions of the watch. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 that device I'm actually pretty excited about. I will say it's the first foldable phone that I'm excited about. And the reason is because it looks like they have actually made improvements to the phone that will make it a phone that will last longer than a few months, which was the issue with the first two versions, I will say. So it seems to me that Samsung is moving into the right direction with their foldable line, especially with the Galaxy Z Flip. The Galaxy Z Flip is a phone that was kind of relegated, behind the Galaxy Z Fold, and it was like, we are making this phone and see how it goes. But it looks like they're actually going very serious on this line of phones now, with improvements as they have made and the pricing they have given it. I think this is going to be a phone that is going to be very important for Samsung. And if it sells well, who knows if Samsung will add more features to this phone, like S Pen support as well, and hiding that camera under the display like they did with the Z Fold 3. I was very impressed, as I said, with the pricing. The pricing was the thing that took me back the most because I am used to seeing Samsung price their things, in the high end for people not to be able to get it, or for people to have to spend a lot of money to get it. And I think that pricing it like this, I mean, you can technically get a flip phone, a foldable phone for less than a phone on the S line, which is crazy if you think about it. What do you think about these devices? Are you compelled to get any of them now that we know the pricing and the release date? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.